Amsterdam is the newest movie out on the big screen for you guys to go and check out. Now, this movie, we follow a group of friends who witness a murder and then get blamed for it. And now they must go in search of who did it to free themselves from this mystery and clear their names completely. Now, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on Amsterdam, but let me know yours down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Smash it down below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And let's get into this review of Amsterdam right now.
This is one of the finest innovations from Zurich. It removes all pain.
Guys like me, we have to turn to booze, the morphine, and that can lead to addiction. Oh, that's fast. That is advanced.
Okay, so Amsterdam. I tell you what, man, this movie, like, when I saw the trailers for this, I was very, very intrigued and had very high expectations. Like, the casting list for this movie is insane. There is so many big names in this movie. I was just like, how did you fit all these people in? Let me just rally off some of the names that is actually in this. So we have Christian Bale starring. We have Jonathan David Washington. We have Margot Robbie. They're our three big main leads. We have Michael Shannon in there. We have Mike Myers in there. We have, who else is in there? We have Rami Malek. We have, what's her name? Anna Taylor-Joy. She's in it. We have Taylor Swift's in it. We also have Timothy Olyphant, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. He's in it. Who else is in there? There's so many people in this movie that you scratch your head and you're like, oh my god, man, that's just insane amount. Like, that's just a few. There's more in here. Robert De Niro's in it as well. So you have this stellar cast with Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and Jonathan David Washington leading the charge. It's a recipe for success. It's a recipe for a fantastic movie. What did I think of it? It's okay. It's okay. I do have issues with this film, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't entertained by this movie. Like, this movie did what it needed to do for me. I feel like the trailers don't do it justice. I feel like the trailers don't actually show you what this movie really feels like. This movie is very much comedy-esque. It is very much along those lines because the characters are very goofy in this movie. They are very wacky, like insanely wacky. Some of the jokes are absolutely hilarious though. I love the jokes. I mean, there's one, Chris Rock does some fantastic jokes in here as well that land so beautifully. I think Christian Bale is Christian Bale. Like, he's like my favorite actor of all time. Like, he is just so freaking good. And whenever he's on screen, he steals the show. He's just fantastic. I thought Jonathan David Washington was absolutely fantastic as well. I really liked his character. Margot Robbie is Margot Robbie. She is just absolutely out of this world. She is so talented. She's freaking fantastic. That's not even my Australian bias talking. She's just that good. I really rate her very highly. And she's fantastic in this. I loved all the performances. I thought the performances in here were fantastic. I have no bad things to say about the performances. As for the story, it's based on true story. This is apparently did happen. So it's a decent story. Like, I can follow it along and that. I mean, you mix in some goofy characters and stuff like that. It is what it is. I have no real problems with that. I thought the music was great. I thought the cinematography was fantastic as well. It looked absolutely fantastic. I really loved the costume design. It really made me feel like I was in that time again. And it worked really, really well. Now, some of the problems I do have with this film, I think pacing was a bit of an issue in this film, especially towards the end. It felt like it was just dragging out constantly, and I was just kind of like, I feel like you could really tighten this film up a lot and really make this a nice, crisp movie, and it would be so good. It felt like they lingered on certain scenes and had scenes in here that didn't necessarily need to be in here. I just felt like that took away from the movie and made me start, especially towards the end where you're getting to the big climax of what's going to happen. I was sitting there, I was just kind of like, okay, so we're getting along. Like, they're showing these music numbers by people and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't need to see that. That I don't need to see. Like, you just need to move this plot along and push it along. I'm not here to be a part of the gala. I'm not here to watch the whole gala. Just give me the bits that are necessary and that I need so it doesn't drag out. And I felt like that was a big issue for me. Another issue for me is tone. I felt like they went between serious and comedy too much for me. I felt like they wanted to do like a serious element, but with the comedy as well, and it kind of just it didn't work. It just didn't mesh together as good as I thought it would. I get it. You can do serious tone and have comedy as well. Like, that can totally work. But it's all about timing. It's all about getting that tone right, giving out that vibe of like what this film is gonna be and getting ready for it. But when I'm watching this film and it's giving me like this tone of jokes, comedy, and then when it does hit serious for a long stretch, I'm kind of sitting there like, and then it just hits a cracking joke again. And I'm like, okay, that was supposed to be a serious moment, and now we've just hit a joke here. So it kind of just, it just didn't work for me in that element. Like the tone, it was hard. It was hard. So they are my two biggest criticisms, is the pacing and tone. But overall, I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna be one that I can rewatch because the performances are so great, and I love the chemistry between our characters, and it's so awesome. It's absolutely incredible. There is a few gross out scenes that might gross some people out. That, with a bit of like autopsies and stuff like that, that you see some stuff. But it's cool. But yeah, overall, I really did enjoy this film. But I don't think it's like the best of the year or anything like that. But it's a solid film. It's a solid film. I just think they could have tightened it up a bit better, and I just think they needed to work out the tone just a bit. I just felt like the tone just didn't work for me. So let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you love Amsterdam or did you hate it? Smash it down below. I'm really intrigued because after watching the trailers and after seeing the cast, my expectations level went up, and that may be hindering my view is because I had such high expectations because of the cast. I felt like when you have a cast like this, that's huge with these big names in it, that some of them I didn't even mention, and like, come on, I just felt like there was more here that could have been done. So that's just me. So let me know your thoughts. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.